me like I'm some fill-in Fade player or something like that. I was going to be like, well, I don't think so. Not against these guys. Maybe in one of the lower divisions, maybe. But anyway, game number 6 here in our clan war between MGG and Fade. Of course, we've seen some really interesting games. Game number 1 was just crazy, and game number 2 was crazier. Of course, because Chase was in it. There you go. Hey. Yeah, we're going to go into this one and see who can win in here. And it is going to be a PVR, guys. So this should be interesting. And as we can see, it is going to be starting at the bottom right hand side as our red Protoss player for Team Fade. He's on a bit of a roll at the moment. He's gotten 2 wins in a row and is looking to keep that up. Of course, bearing in mind that it's only going to be, you only need to get to a score of 5 to win in this best of 9 situation. So down in the bottom right is going to be Fade's Manly, and his opponent to the top left-hand side as our blue Protoss, spawning as a Protoss, not a Zerga or Terran. Of course, he is playing as random. It is MGG's Muix. Muix. I'm just going to go with Muix. So, PvP, Ohana. Let's talk. Let's talk shop. Right. Things you need to be a little bit careful of course, involve proxy gateways. The odd proxy gateway down here. Sometimes they can happen down here, although it's not as common as other places. You can also have, of course, in base at this sort of area here. A lot of people actually try and do proxy gates against Zerg from this area. It's actually like one of the funniest things to see ever. But other than that, you know, I don't particularly feel like this sort of favors any real sort of, you know, it favors Robo or it favors Phoenix or it favors anything in particular. Of course, me, if you know me, you'll know I love to see Phoenix play in PvP, so I'm hoping that one of them will do that. Of course, a lot of players have sort of been talking about PvP Phoenix play in high levels. Of course, if you've been playing a bit of Heart of the Swarm, you may have been using that a bit yourself, of course, because Air Toss is quite a little interesting to play. Light, actually, Light, if you're still in the chat there, have you been doing any Heart of the Swarm at all? And if so, have you been doing PvP Air or anything like that? Just wondering how you feel about it, but if you're still there, but I don't know if you're still there. But at the moment, everything is going to be very standard between these two players. Of course, I'm not sure if Muix is sort of, if he feels strongest with Protoss. If one of you guys, if you know which are his best races when it comes to randoming, please post in the chat. Dr. Goose or Alpha, if you know, please let me know. But yeah, it looks like some a pretty quick cyber core just about to finish up here for Muix. So he is going to get his warp gate tech out just a little bit quicker. Of course, he'll have to be careful about what he's going to do from here because his opponent has seen everything that is going on. We'll see that the Chrono Boost is going down. There is a lot of Chrono Boost also stored up inside that that Nexus, and I assume that Manly is going to see every single part of that. So he's gone for a gateway opening as well with the Stalker. In fact, it is just going to be the Stalker for the moment. He is looking to go for a 3 Stalker rush coming out from Manly, so he should be relatively well set to try and deal with this incoming pressure that's going to come from Muix. Of course, it is going to be that the 3 gate pressure coming out from him with a slightly quicker warp gate tech. And we'll see if he's able to capitalize on that. Looks like he is just going to run straight for the wall here and get started with a pylon. Probe is looking to maybe get another pylon down. Will get a second one in there. The 3 Stalkers are just about to finish up here for Manly, so he is going to have 3 of them out. He should be able to block off this pylon from finishing. There's the cancel. He's going to look to try and get some damage done on that one down the bottom as well. The warp gate tech still not done just yet from Muix, so he's going to try and use these first couple of units to target down some of Manly, but Manly with the 3 Stalker rush is well protected against everything that is going on here. Warp gate tech is just about to finish up and he won't be able to get a warp in. I would not warp in on this. It's too late to actually get any damage done, so going for the early play there is Muix, but not really getting too much done. Interesting to note that he did follow up with a quick second gas, so he is going to have that available to him. But as we can see, it looks like he does have a Robo Facility on the way. And for Manly, going to get his own third gate up in just a moment. He also has a Twilight Council down at the back. I'm thinking this is going to be a Blink style here from him. But he is actually... he's starting to bank up quite a lot of gas, so this could be a DT build from him. We'll have to see in just a moment. He doesn't actually have a proxy pylon up just yet. There it is. Okay, it is going to be Blink. So he's going to try and take advantage of a much faster Blink tech here from Manly. Then what he's going to look to try and do is maybe try and Blink inside this this front area over here. You can, of course, utilize these side parts as well, but that's just not as common to see because it's much easier to protect this section. And as we can see, it looks like Murex is going to get his Colossus tech out very quickly here. This is very similar to the way I used to play in PvP before Warpgate was. You guys remember when Warpgate was the cool thing to do and everyone 4-gated, and then it was changed so that Warpgate took quite a lot longer. I had a build very similar to this, like extremely fast Colossus that I usually went for to try and deflect against early gateway pressure, and it's sort of very similar to what Murex is doing now. But Manly, of course, has his Blink tech just about done. He's got a Robo Facility just about completed as well, which means that he will have an Observer out. Now, for those of you who have played Heart of the Swarm, of course, in this sort of situation, going for a very quick Blink, you may actually already have a Mothership core out. You wouldn't have to wait for an Observer to come. So that is just a little bit of something there for you to consider if you're playing PvP. But as you can see, that quick Colossus is going to come out here, and that, I don't want to say it effectively means that the Blink Stalkers are going to get nothing done, but it does sort of signal that there will be, you know, it'll make it a little bit harder for Manly to try and get inside, having those quick Colossus out from Murex. So Murex does have a proxy pylon going down. These guys, are you serious? These guys did not see each other? What is this? This is insane. Anyway, it looks like Manly is going to move out. He's got a grand total of 12 Stalkers right now. He does, of course, have his Blink operational, and the Observer is now out. He's going to do some observing. A little voyeur, as we can see here, is just about to come in. The Observer probably going to present itself in just a moment. Looks like, does Murex... I don't know. Oh, okay, so Murex has got that Observer. He can see exactly what's going on. Actually, there it is. Alright, I was going to say, where is the Observer from Manly? There it is, but here we go. So 2 Colossus out. He's going to bring both of them into the battle. Not sure whether Zealots are so happy about running towards the front, but the Colossus will be able to shoot down quite a lot of the shields of those Blink Stalkers, and they just decide, you know what, it's go time, blinking right on top. And Manly is going to lose quite a lot of his Stalkers, but he does get one of the Colossus. The second one is also about to go down, and Manly has got quite a counter Stalkers here. And despite that very quick Colossus tech here, I think Manly is going to be able to take this one here, blinking right on top of his opponent, and that is probably going to be it. 21 probes to 26 right now. Manly is even in the lead with the working count here, so he is doing a fantastic job. Pylon on top of the ramp. G from Murex. GGG from Murex. So, wow, game number 6 goes to Manly. Yet again, this guy is on a bit of a roll right now. He, well, damn you, mouse. Stop cancelling. There we go. Alright, so Fade currently sitting in a situation of 4-2. In the lead right now. Will MGG be able to come back? Post in chat if you think that they can, and we'll see who they're going to throw out next, and will they be able to bring this back. Of course, this very tough opponent Manly is doing just a fantastic job. Very crisp, very clean, nice transition there to the Blink, and a good Blink up on top of those Colossus to deal with those as well. So we'll see what's going to happen in the next game. As I said, post in chat what you think.